Good evening, parents, and welcome to Intensified Biology. I am Miss Sotomayor. I'm very happy that you could all join me today for back to school night. So I wanted to start this year with a welcome video, but because of time, I'm not going to be able to play it live, but I will put the presentation under chat, and if you have a moment later on, please make sure you watch the welcome video. It just shows how things will be a little different this year. Perhaps we won't be able to do all things that we've been able to do in previous years, but we're going to make it work because we're all in this together and we are all generals. So I wanted to start with a little info about me and who I am. So I've been teaching for 20 years, enjoyed all 20 years of teaching. I've been here at WNL for 10 years. I have a bachelor's and master's in biology from the University of Miami. I am also fluent in Spanish and national board certified in science. I am married and have two beautiful daughters, Sophia, who just turned 14, and who is also starting ninth grade, so I'm in the same boat as you parents, and Emma, who is 9 and started fourth grade, and my prince and king of the house, Mikey and Astro. So you might be wondering how I'm conducting class this year. So keep in mind that we only meet twice a week, but also keep in mind that class is 1 hour and 35 minutes long. So the way that I split up class is 50 minutes of synchronous time and 45 minutes of asynchronous time. So the first 50 minutes of class, this is a good time to engage in a discussion. I ask students questions, although some of them are a little bit shy right now. So I ask them to write answers and participate via Padlet, and that's been working pretty nice. So in these 50 minutes, students can ask questions and participate. I can demonstrate different things about content and science fair, and I can go over more complex material. And also keep in mind that all of the synchronous lessons are recorded in Microsoft Teams, and you can find the recordings under the chat. The last 45 minutes of class, that's asynchronous, and this is where students really need to make good use of their time. Keep in mind that class is 1 hour and 35 minutes, so after we're done with the first 50 minutes, students should continue working asynchronously during the last 45 minutes. If they do that, they will have no extra homework, they will have no extra work, and I told them that they can have the rest of the afternoon for whatever they need to do. So during this asynchronous time, students can watch video lessons and take notes as reinforcement. They have the options to fill out this note taker either by watching a pre-recorded video lesson or by going over a PowerPoint or a reading guide. Students can finish assignments not finished during synchronous time as well. So hands-on activities, they're going to look a little different this year. So we're still going to conduct inquiry labs, but instead of being hands-on, they're going to be in the form of demonstrations, virtual, and perhaps some at-home activities that also involve inquiry labs. Science fair is the most hands-on type of home activity that students can participate in. Projects will also be virtual and at home, and we're also thinking of having virtual field trips as well. The science fair this year is also going to be virtual in January. In addition, I encourage all students to keep an agenda or planner to write down all due dates and upcoming events so they can keep all of those dates organized. Science fair. So do you know what your student is planning on doing? So keep in mind that science fair is a requirement of all intensified courses here at WNL, and your student has many choices this year. We realize that being at home kind of makes it a little bit different for just having hands-on experiments, so we've given them a choice. So choice 1 is hands-on experiment, where students have to design an experiment and conduct it at home. Students will need to buy their own supplies. For choice 2, secondary database, students can pick from a list of approved databases where they have a whole bunch of information in raw form. For example, what is the temperature in the Gulf of Mexico around hurricane season, and they can collect the data from different buoys. Or choice 3 observations. It can be as simple as sitting out on your front porch and garden and watching the leaves fall and watching the grass grow. Um, they can also access different live webcams around the world, and they can see what the puffins in Maine are doing around this time of the year. So partner projects will be approved with parental consent. All you have to do is send me an email. All due dates, templates, sample paper, and resources are all in Canvas. We do have a separate Science Fair only Canvas page where additional resources and tutorials can be found. And I also sponsor a group called Science Fair Mentors. These are upper class students who have lots of experience in writing a research paper. We meet either weekly or bi-weekly, and your student can join via MS Teams and they can get extra help and have all their questions answered. You can find everything in this class on Canvas. You can find my email, office hours, link to Microsoft Teams, the syllabus with the grading policy, the online calendar with daily agenda. I'll show you an example in just a moment. The pacing guide, extra help information, all of the assignments, and all units of study. So my Canvas homepage looks like this. Have your student show you around. It has quick links to everything. It has video tutorials. It has the Science Fair pathway, reminders with due dates, and it has the monthly pacing guide. In addition, what I think students will find more beneficial to them is the weekly calendar. If you click on any week, students will be able to find the agenda for the day, what's due for the day, reminders, and this is very helpful when students are absent because they can click on the agenda and they can see what they've missed. So have them show you what the weekly agenda looks like. If you don't mind getting my remind messages, you can sign up by sending this code to the number 81010. You will need to download the app and you can sign up as a parent. My final thoughts is that I'm here to guide your child and encourage them. I want them to feel comfortable and understand that communication is key. Please have them reach out to me if they're having any difficulties or if they're having trouble submitting an assignment. Mental health is my #1 priority this year. I know we have a tough year ahead of us. It's going to be different, but I still want all students to feel excited about learning science. After all, they are our future scientists. If you have any questions, please email me, and I hope you enjoyed today's presentation.